Hey guys, it's the Unknown here. So basically, this is my first YouTube video, and today I'm going to just be talking about my thoughts on the COVID-19 situation and what I think will be happening and how it's affected my life in any way and how it could be affecting yours as well. So I'm just going to have just talk it all out basically. It's going to be just airing my thoughts to all you guys. But before we get into that, I just want to say why I named myself the Unknown to begin with. So basically, I named myself that to do with this YouTube channel because I don't want anybody finding out anything about me, like any information about me. I just want this to be like my secret hobby, and just my play. This is going to be my new place on where I come to just talk about random stuff and just leave my thoughts out in the air, do you know what I mean, type of thing. So I'm not going to I will upload quite a bit on YouTube. I'm just going to just use it as my hobby. I'm just going to just chill with it, do you know what I mean? See what happens, go with the flow, and just talk about random stuff. And I think it'll be good for that, you guys could be like my therapist in a way. Not even that, we both can and I can hopefully have a fan base going, so you guys can comment down below and we can all just have a little chat with each other, type of thing. So, I think it'll be good. I think it will be good. It'll be a new hobby for me to do, especially now with this whole COVID-19 situation. But besides that, I'm not off work anyway, because most people are off work. But I've been off for a bit, just on normal holidays, because I do work in the NHS. So that will be it's very rewarding, and I don't work on the front lines. Obviously, I work just like in the administration side. But that's enough about me. I'm just going to give my thoughts on this whole COVID-19 situation. Anyway. Literally, I've never seen something like this in my lifetime before. I'm 19, and throughout my whole life existing on this planet, I've never seen something like COVID-19 happen. It's absolutely mad. I think my grandparents are saying it's literally the same thing as when World War II happened, with all the shops just you can't get any items in the shops. You got to queue outside, you got to stay away from people. It's absolutely mad. It is mayhem. And just to think that people are at risk of dying and stuff, I do think people do need to take this serious, as well as people don't have to worry that much about it as well. It's a bit of both. I think that the elderly have to worry mostly about it, and people vulnerable with already underlying health issues and stuff. So, it is risky, obviously, and everyone should stay inside, of course. Everyone should stay inside and self-isolate as much as they can, because it is a serious situation. But at the same time, no one should be absolutely stressed out, panicking, because there's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is stay away from people and just isolate, and hopefully this whole situation will be over soon, because no one can go out, and this is going to affect everyone's mental health, I reckon. And I think this is the time where people need to find new hobbies, or just do anything. You could, whatever you've been waiting to do all your life and you've never found time to do it, or just things that you've thought of doing in your head, just go ahead and try it. Just try it. Like me with this YouTube channel now, I've had previous YouTube channels in the past. I've just given up on them because I just didn't know what to do, and I always changed my thoughts on what type of content I wanted to produce. So in the end, I just said I'll just do a commentary channel, just talk my thoughts out of my head to you guys and see what happens. So like I said, I'm not going to go completely grind mode on YouTube. I might just upload it quite a bit, but I think I'll just have fun with it, just casually doing it for fun and just see what happens, type of thing. But I think everyone needs to just find a new hobby during these tough times, because if you find a new hobby, it's going to keep your mind busy and you're going to have something to do during the day, because you don't want to be sat home all day doing nothing, just staring at the wall, because you're literally going to get so depressed. I think this will actually affect so many people's mental health, especially if people have had previous, experiences with mental health. It's going to be insane just to see how people cope with this during these times, and how we're going to just, over time go back to reality and go back to normal, living our normal lives. It's going to be so weird to see everything back to normal in a few months' time, and how everything's going to slowly go back to normality, because I feel like everyone will get so used to just being self-isolated, and when we actually get the freedom to go out again, it's just going to be hard for some people, if you know what I mean, because I find that depressed people like to stay indoors, and there's a difference between being an introvert and being someone who's actually struggling with their mental health and they just self-isolate themselves, because when you have mental health issues, people tend to self-isolate. So, you know, no matter what's going on in the world type of thing, as I've had previous experiences myself with anxiety and stuff, and you just want to distance yourself from as many people as you can, because when you're in a dark place like that, you just don't want to see anyone type of thing. But this is definitely a dark time for everyone. It's not a good way to start off the year, because this year I was hoping it'd be good, but in a way it has been good for me personally, for just personal experiences and personal stuff. I feel like I've just grown more as a person, my confidence has gone up, but obviously this whole situation just kind of put a dampener on it, but I'm not going to leave it drag me down or anything, and you shouldn't leave it drag you down either. Just carry on with the flow, try new hobbies, even if it's like music or drawing or anything, just go ahead and crack at it, do you know what I mean? Just give it a crack, see what happens, and yeah, just go with it. What else was I going to talk about? I'm going to have Call of Duty gameplays on in the background of each commentary I do, I think, because I do love playing Call of Duty now and again, and especially when I'm got quite a bit of free time on my hands, I'll play Call of Duty. But when I'm in work and stuff, I usually feel too tired to play Call of Duty as I'm getting older here, but I do like to play it when I have time on my hands. So Call of Duty would be my favourite game, I think, because I played it mostly when I was younger as well, but as I get older I still enjoy the game more so than other games, because I like multiplayer games mostly, and just shoot the games is just fun to play. And I'm nowhere near like, really good at the game. I'd say I'm a bit average at it, or a little bit better than average. And yeah, I just enjoy playing it, but I'm no pro at it. So yeah, you can expect to see Call of Duty gameplays in the background of my commentaries. And yeah, that's that. So other videos I'll be doing is literally anything that comes into my head. I'm going to pull out the microphone, talk into it, and make a video. Excuse me. It's going to be that simple. It's kind of like a mini podcast, but it's not live or anything. So, yeah. And this whole COVID-19 situation is like, how it's never happened before is just so weird. I feel like as we all get older now, the people, especially my generation, as we get older into like grandparents and stuff, everyone's going to be talking about it when they're older with their grandchildren, or just whoever, just in their family. Oh, do you remember the time when we were all locked down with COVID-19? Yeah. It's just going to be funny to talk about. It's like how the older generation talk about the army and stuff it's going to be the equivalent to that, I reckon. We're just going to talk about how the whole world just stood still for like months on end. It's just so weird to think about. But yeah, I hope all you guys stay safe out there, because it is important to keep washing your hands and stuff, and just to look after yourselves as well as looking after your family, and just do what you can basically to be clean and be safe about everything. So, and keeping a distance away from people as well, even when you're going into shops. Just do your part, basically. And yeah, but I feel like as well, with this whole situation, you just don't want to be scared about it. There's no point in being scared. It's going to happen. It is happening. I've got to deal with it. And even my uncle had the coronavirus as well. And what I find with the media is the media never covers positive news in any way. They just always highlight the crappy shit by saying that you are going to die 100%. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you got to isolate. But basically, that is not true. My uncle had it. He was about 50, I think he's in his 50s, and he got over it as if it was just an ordinary cold. And I know there's different strengths of the coronavirus, as in if it's mild, if it's severe, or if it's just barely anything. But I think he had a mild symptoms, and he got over it within 2 weeks. So that's always a positive. You always want to look at the positives in life, and there's no point stressing about it at all. But I think you should twist every situation in your life and turn it into a positive. So, meaning, if we're all self-isolated, we've got so much time on our hands, And if you've always wanted to make a business or anything, just go ahead and crack on. I know it's struggling, like, especially now if people are not working and they're getting less money and stuff, but it's not even that. It's just doing something. Do you know what I mean? Because people who say, oh, I need to go to work to keep my mind off things, or I need to go to work otherwise I'm bored, that's just a shitty excuse, because you should have other hobbies as well that you enjoy to do outside of work. Because I like going to the gym outside of work. I like listening to music. I like rap music. I'm not a rapper, but I enjoy it. And if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't be going to work. Simple. I know some people that, like, if they won the lottery and they become a millionaire, they would still want to do part-time work or something. You know, fair enough, but at the same time, I think those people should try and find hobbies as well. Do you know what I mean? Just to... because there's more to life than just working, basically. Yeah, so I think this is a valuable time just to, you know, get fitter by doing home workouts, eating a little bit healthier, eating a little bit less, because, you know, the shops, you know, you don't want to buy so much food from the shops and panic buy. You shouldn't panic buy and stuff like that. So I think this will be, you know, a good time just as much as it is a bad time. So see what happens in the next few months to come. Seeing as I am living in the UK, I'm hoping that the lockdown situation will be raised back to normal, or, you know, just completely gone by the time summer comes, because the weather is getting nicer now, and it'd be nice to have the lockdown, you know, removed type of thing for the summertime. But we'll see what happens. No stress. Whatever happens. And yeah, it's important, guys. I know I keep repeating myself, but you gotta find a new hobby during these times. And you never know, you could just fall in love with it, and you could start making money from that hobby. You never know. But don't do a hobby just for the money's sake. Just do it for your own fun and love of it. And if anything else comes with it, then even better. Yeah, seeing as I'm working in the NHS as well, I think what everyone's been doing as well, clapping on the streets and stuff to support and show their support, is brilliant. That is wonderful of you guys to do that. And, you know, fair play to the doctors and nurses up in the front line. I think they should get paid way more for coping with what they're doing with and dealing with all the stress and, you know, the amount of people that are getting infected and stuff, because this is a very stressful time for the NHS and for anyone really, for, you know, if they have a family member infected with it, because it is worrying. As you guys may know, Boris Johnson as well, the Prime Minister, has actually had COVID-19 as well. So, but he's recovering slowly, and yeah, see what happens there. Hopefully he gets healthier, which he is. It looks like he is, so it's a good thing. And yeah, it is mad, but I think the nurses and doctors should definitely get paid a little bit more for. Well, not a little bit. They should be definitely getting paid more for the jobs that they're doing. Seeing as I'm working in the admin side, you know, maybe everyone should be having a little pay rise as well to be, you know, to cope with tough situations like this. Even the police as well. You know, it's just everyone, all the public services, but mainly the NHS, because they're, you know, it's a virus and we're a hospital, so, you know, doctors will be having the main front of that issue. But other than that, there's nothing else we can do with this virus situation. You just got to stay indoors, be healthy, use this time to your advantage, find a new hobby, keep your family safe, go for a walk maybe once a day, and that's it really. I hope you enjoyed my little, you know, talking to myself. It looks very cool here in my room, just talking to myself. I look like a right weirdo, but I'll get used to it, I guess, and see what happens in the future. This is my first video, so it may be a little bit shitty, but I'll have to get used to it. But I did enjoy just talking to you guys and just getting my thoughts out there. It's just cool to get your thoughts in the air and see what other people think as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, can you smash that like button down below? Also, if you want to subscribe, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's going to help me out. It's going to keep you up to date with my videos. And if you want extra notifications, then click the bell icon as well next to the subscribe button. And also, if you want to get more views on my videos and help me out, then go ahead and just share this video around with your mates. And thank you very much for doing those things. I hope you guys stay safe and enjoy your time off self-isolating. I'll see you all in my next video. Ta-ra.